guys, welcome to my channel. So I am Rachie the Real, and here you find out everything that you need to know. So today we're going to be discussing how to meditate. Okay, we're going to get a little bit into that, but as you guys know, always like, share, and subscribe. And if you are new, welcome. We always love to enjoy the newcomers. And if you are back, what's good? We back with it. Okay, episode number 2. So let's get into it. Okay, so this episode, we are going to be discussing how to meditate. So I know a lot of times you guys are asking different things like, well, how do I meditate? And what does that really consist of? And a lot of people just everywhere have questions about meditation. In the recent past, it has kind of got into, a little bit of popularity. It's become mainstream. So a lot of you guys know about meditation, but everybody may not know how to meditate. So this is why you got your girl here, right? You find out everything you need to know. So we are going to first start with what is meditation and where did it come from? So what is meditation? Meditation is a mental exercise where you find relaxation, focus, and awareness. So these 3 things, guys, we are definitely about to get into it, okay? How many of us need to relax? I know I do. How many of us need to just sit and focus and have that attention span of just zoning in on one thing? And how many of us need to have awareness? Right? All of us. And awareness also goes with mindfulness. So this is a beautiful thing when you're starting your meditation to concentrate on and to just be aware of everything. So that can either be on the outside experiences that you experience or even on your insides. So right now though, since we're speaking about meditation, our main focus is our inside. So we're looking to our subconscious, we are looking to awakening, we are looking to finding those answers because everything that we need, it's right here in us, okay? As they say, we are God, we are in an image of God, and we are in Him. So why wouldn't we have the answers, right? We do. So meditation is also about altering consciousness, finding awareness, and achieving peace. As I said, these 3 things we definitely all want to do and can get to. And sometimes it's hard to get to, especially with all the noise around us, especially all of the things that we just have trouble with in our everyday life. It's kind of hard to take that pause and sit and be able to find these things within us. So where does medication we're starting over. So where does meditation come from? So the earliest records aren't really known, which we know what that is, right? Because we're not going to know that, but I'll get into that in a second. But the earliest records aren't known, but it goes all the way back to 1500 BCE. BCE stands for before Common Era. So the earliest forms are found in the Vedic and early Hindu. Then we go into the 6th and the 4th BCE traditions, and then we see in Chinese and in India these same meditation practices. Now they have taken from the Hindus to created a little bit of their own from there, and then they have created their own with Taoism and other forms that you may see that are still popular today. So back to my first point, we don't know where and when it really started, but we probably know it probably started at the dawn of time because they probably didn't call it meditation since everybody is speaking a different language and has a different tongue and things are a little bit different back then, right? Can we agree on that? So this dates back way back in the day. So people have been doing this for a long time, and as we can see throughout centuries, people have been able to have a certain peace and clarity and to be able to be in tune and touch within themselves. And this is something that I want all of us to get to who watches my channel. And if you're just a little drop by, please come with us on this journey. But I want everybody to really get into this, into a space to where they're starting to learn themselves and they have that sort of peace within, because we all need it, especially in today's world. I mean, how many times are we running around looking like a chicken with our heads cut off, right? We don't want to keep doing that. We want to be able to invite peace in. We want to be able to invite clarity. We want to be able to have those times where things are very unsure, but we can make great decisions in those chaotic times. And through that, you can do this through meditation. Literally changes your mindset. Literally. If you can get through this, you can get through that. So let me tell you guys a little bit of some benefits that happen with meditation. It reduces anxiety, it lowers your blood pressure, it oftentimes also lowers depression, and you start to feel just better. I mean, who doesn't want to feel better, right? And you also gain, as I've been saying, mental clarity. And with gaining mental clarity and also lowering anxiety and depression, you start to be able to sleep better. I know a lot of times, I know for me, for myself, because my anxiety, get a little crazy sometimes, but you can't go to sleep because your mind is racing. Your mind is racing. So then it's just like, how can I go to sleep when I'm thinking about this and what about this and I gotta do this and I had this? We're not even going to go into that. And this is why we're about to start this meditation practice. And anybody can do it. It's not going to take you forever. And don't feel like once you start, if you miss a couple days, do not shame yourself. Shame is the lowest vibration out there. Shame and guilt. We don't want to get lower. We always want to get higher. So just concentrate on that. Don't feel bad. I mean, we all do it, okay? I mean, I know some days I miss out on my meditation practice. I feel it, but then it's just like, okay, well, this is why I'm here, this human body, to experience being a human being, and that happens. I will forget things. I will miss things, and things just happen. So don't feel bad. So when you start this journey, this beautiful meditation journey, just try to do it like maybe every Monday. You can start off like that. And then you can go from every Monday and Wednesday. And then it can be like 3 days a week, and then 4 days, and then you can work yourself up to like every day. But of course, the more you do it, the more you have and see benefits from it. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, when you're first starting off, don't try to become like a guru or a professional like yogi. I don't even know if they have professional yogis, but you know what I mean. Like a real deal Holyfield yogi and guru. Okay, these people are people that have dedicated their lives to the practices, and hopefully one day we all will. That is the goal to strive for. So let's talk about the different types of meditation. So there are a few different types of meditation, and we will all pick what's best for us, right? Because everything doesn't work for everybody. So you always follow your spirit. You always make sure that you go with what you feel is right for you at that time. Now, of course, later on, once you get into the groove and you start, you in it, then most of these meditations you're probably going to do, or you'll probably try to strive to do and accomplish, which is great, okay? I think I've probably done most of them, if not all. So, yeah, okay. So, the first type of meditation I'm going to be speaking about is guided meditation. Guided meditation, this is pretty popular, and this is what you pretty much see in mainstream media and on all platforms, okay? So guided meditation is usually with you focusing on your breath or focusing on something having within your hands, and you will have someone speak to you and guide you through the meditation. So platforms such as Headspace, as Calm, it's somebody speaking to you while you are sitting in your sacred space and feeding you on where to go within your mind. So that's guided. I would definitely say for beginners to start there, because your mind can be a crazy place, and it's a pretty big place. So sometimes when you just sit, all of these ideas just kind of storm in, and you might feel overwhelmed by that. So I would definitely say start off with guided meditation. Like I said, Headspace is a good one. Calm is also a good one. And if you can, while you're just sitting there, you can also kind of guide yourself through it. And what I mean by that is while you're sitting there, and I'm going to tell you exactly like how to start your meditation and different ways to sit and to get into it. But let's say you're sitting there with your legs crossed and your arms and hands sitting in your lap, and I should say resting, not sitting in your lap, but resting in your lap. And you start to relax, and then you close your eyes, and then you'll just concentrate on your breath, breathing in and then breathing out. And you want to start with kind of like breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. And just kind of concentrate on that breath, just breathing in and then breathing out. So that is something that you can start to do in a way that you can kind of guide yourself. So you can say like, oh, I'm going to take 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out, and then you can just say like you can breathe for like 10 seconds, you know, like within this time span. I mean, don't just like 10 seconds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, don't do that. But like literally just breathe in, breathe out, and do that for 10 times, which will probably closely equate to 10 seconds, 10 minutes, depends on how you breathe, okay? Because that is another video another time, breath work. Okay? Breath work, when I first started that, I feel like I was getting lightheaded, and I was thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? But, you know, that's another thing. But yes, but just slowly breathe in and breathe out, and you can guide yourself through that. Through Headspace and through Calm, these platforms, they kind of just speak to you, kind of tell you like what you're going to get started with and what to concentrate on, and they would guide you through the breath work. And then they would even have some times where you get to just sit in it and just think of nothing. And it's so funny because it's like when they tell you, okay, here's a time where you relax and you can just think of everything, your mind goes blank. But I know they do it on purpose because that's the only time where your mind is blank and you have time to just relax. So, you know. The second form of meditation is movement meditation. Now, this, you guys are probably already doing it and you probably don't even know it. Trust me, trust me. So like when you guys are like going out for like a walk and you just have that time where you just go within, kind of talk to yourself, kind of figure out some things, you just look around and all the beautiful things around you, surrounded within nature. That is a movement meditation. You're allowing yourself to be relaxed, you're calming the mind, but you're still moving. So this kind of helps for people that just feel like they can't just stay still and they need that movement within themselves to be able to create and gain this stillness within the mind and within your soul and body. So this is a great thing to do. Also, shower meditation is really, really great to do. And you can literally just be in a shower and just start to calm your mind and just relax and just literally, when the water is coming down off your body, you're literally picturing everything that you are trying to remove and to get through, just rolling off of you and just rolling down. That, so peaceful. So peaceful. So if you feel like guided meditation might be too much, and if you want to start in a space like this within shower meditation, or just going outside for a walk, or even any sort of movement that you feel that you can start to go within. I mean, yoga can even be used as a movement meditation. Because a lot of the times when you're doing yoga, my yoga teacher, who I love, Kara, shout out to you, she speaks about closing your eyes and just having that practice within. Now, of course, that also comes with like time, but it's another way of having that movement, but having that peace within. Tai Chi, another great form of movement meditation. It is moving the energy within you, and you get to have that space inside yourself, but you're still moving, okay? So another great form, like I said, we all do what's best for us. So if these two things so far, you're like, yeah, I want to do that, or like, not the first one, but the second one, cool. Then there you go. we already halfway there, okay? The third meditation that I'm going to be speaking about, spiritual meditation. So within this, you are connecting to your higher self, you are connecting to God, you're connecting to spirit, you are connecting to that outside experience of a higher self, okay? So higher than you, higher than me, higher than any of us living on this earth, okay? That's who you will be connecting to. So whether that's God, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Hanuman, Hare Krishna, like, whoever works for you, that's who you connect to during this time, during this spiritual meditation. So when you are meditating to get to your higher self and spiritually, you do different things within your body to raise your vibration, to raise your energies. So Kundalini Yoga is a great way to start that off. So then that way you can start with Kundalini Yoga and then get into it and meditate afterwards. Your body has the energy flowing through all chakras, and you are able to start with your root chakra to have that energy and then go through all of them all the way to your crown chakra, and then you are able to connect with spirit. Sometimes too, some people within spiritual meditation, they will use different points in their fingers, and those are called mudras, where you might see some people meditate and they'll hold their fingers like this, and then, okay, a little meditation right there. But they would do this because they are connecting to different points within their body and also within planets and within spirit. And I can talk about mudras probably in like another video, but this I definitely want to just concentrate on meditation. But if you guys have questions about what are the different mudras and what are they used for, just hit me up down in the comments, and then I'll either answer or it can get its own video, okay? So for me, spiritual meditation is a beautiful, beautiful experience. When you start to connect with your higher self and with God, with spirit, things start to become very clear. Things start to become very beautiful in different ways that you wouldn't think before. And you just have a beautiful experience when you can connect with your higher self and with a higher source. And you start to look at everything like, this is minuscule compared to this, and this. They say when you have a relationship with God, you definitely start to understand the relationship with yourself. And you even build that up even more. And I have definitely been able to feel that through my spiritual meditation, and just even with guided meditation, it really starts to speak to you. And then also, when you are connecting spiritually through your meditation, you start to receive different messages, and you start to trust your intuition more. Through this, you would definitely get messages. Now, are you going to be able to hear it, or are you listening? That is the point to where you can get to. At first, you might not be able to. You might think like, oh, that was me that said that. But you would know when you're getting a message from divine source and when it's you. It's a completely different feeling. And with spiritual meditation, you definitely start to have spiritual downloads. I'm not sure if you guys heard about that, or some of you may have, but those of you who haven't, spiritual downloads kind of come from within spirit, within divine source, about what's going on in your life, what may be happening outside, and different experiences that you're having, and different also like portals that may be opening up and telling you what's going on within your body and how you connect and resonate with that. Like just recently, we just had the 8-8 portal, the Lionsgate portal. And with that, a lot of people were having a lot of different vivid dreams and just kind of feeling fatigue. And the veil was thinner. So when I say the veil, I'm talking about the other dimension between the spirit world and this world. So when you're doing a spiritual meditation, you're able to receive those messages clearer and better. So that's that one. So Now let's get into the very last one, the fourth one, okay? Chant and mantra meditation. So I literally just did this. It was so exciting. 40-day meditation. This is what I did. And we chanted Apsahai Hoa Sache Da Sache Doa. Har, har, har. And this mantra related to removing obstacles. And this was to Ganesh. So Ganesh is a Hindu god. And you guys might have seen it. It's like an elephant face and then like a whole bunch of different arms. And, you know, here we go with the mudras right here, okay? And so this particular deity helps with removing obstacles. And I don't want you guys to feel like if you're religious then you can't do this, but I'm going to get into that a little bit later because I do have kind of like a little questions and answers little thing, you know, at the end. Because I'm sure you guys have some questions and they're probably rising up. So at the end, I would kind of get into that and hopefully that would answer, if not most, all. And if not, just once again, dropping down in the comments and I would be more than happy to answer. Okay, so back to this. So the mantra and chant meditation. So like I said, I just did Apsahai Hoa, Sache Da, Sache Do, Har, 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 and that was with removing obstacles. And I swear to you guys, I feel like so many obstacles were removed with this, and I just felt so much better. And I started to have a sense of peace, but also a sense of knowing of like, hey, I just need to trust in divine. This is an obstacle, yeah, but it'll be removed. No worries. Something else will happen. You know, when you start to have these chants and mantras, it gets embedded within your soul. It gets embedded within your subconscious. And your subconscious holds so much memory. So much memory, okay? It even holds the memory from your past lives. It holds so much. So in order to create change, you definitely want to tap into that subconscious, because without the subconscious, you're going to be consciously doing the same bullshit, okay? That we won't do. Anyways, so tapping into the subconscious with these mantras, and since you're chanting it, you're saying it over and over and over and over again. That's just like if you're studying for a test and you're like, okay, I don't know, what's an example? Like, whatever, let's just say like something started in 1822. This started in 1822, 1822, 1822. This started in 1822. That's almost like you're chanting it because you're repeating it and saying it over and over again so it can get into your mind, to get in your conscious, into your subconscious. So just think of it like that. Don't think that it's anything outside of that, because it's literally that. But since you are speaking in a language that is older, and in Sanskrit, it has a certain relation with spirit and with divine source. So it's powerful when you speak it. And this is why you will start to see different things happening and changes happening within your life. I did it for 40 days. Obviously, you can do it for 10 days, 20 days. You can pick a mantra or a chant. It's kind of like the same thing, but it's a mantra, but you chant it. You can pick a mantra that fits good for you, and then you can chant it and kind of like tap into that. So an easy one that you can start with, I know a lot of you probably saw, just, you know, it's in like mainstream media, Om. So Om, that, when you have the vibration of Om, it's within your chest, within your mouth, and those vibrations start to awaken different chakras, and they also create a certain vibration for you to feel and for you to get. Om is a beautiful, beautiful mantra to start with. I recommend that for any beginners because you start to get a chance to kind of like tap within self, which basically really means self within itself. And it's a beautiful start. It's a beautiful start, you know? And I just want everybody to kind of like get into it. Om is a beautiful start. I just actually recommended this to a friend of mine, and have them get started with that. So I would recommend that for you guys too. And everything that I say, like, look it up, okay? I don't want you guys to just like blindly be following me. You know, I'm speaking about things that you can easily look up, easily check, and just start to kind of feel comfortable within you. I mean, it even says in the Bible, like with Jesus, like, don't just believe me, look it up, go follow yourself. And most religions, most platforms of any practices, they definitely want you to obtain your own knowledge. So I'm always for that. Please obtain your own knowledge. Please watch and listen to what feels good for you. And please choose from these different meditations what feels good for you, okay? Now, it's a difference between knowing what feels good for you and not doing something based out of fear. Fear is attached to ego, and ego is there to try to protect you. And ego is based off of things that we have learned within this world, which is all of our conscious views, okay? So really, we need to unlearn everything we learned because most of it's false, but that's another video. But definitely tap into what feels good for you, not based out of fear, but based out of truth, based out of what's in here, and that gut feeling, you know? When you say like, dang, something told me not to go in there, or just like, I knew that. How you know that? That gut feeling, that intuition. So now let's get into the different positions and like how you can meditate if you're doing guided meditation, if you're doing chant mantras and spiritual meditation. So with these, I mean, I'm not sitting on the ground, but you can sit on the ground. You can fold your legs, have them crossed, and you can either sit with your hands on your knees or just kind of like within your lap. And you can sit there either with your eyes open or with your eyes closed. I recommend start doing it with your eyes closed, just so you can kind of have that sense of, I'm going within. I'm closing and shutting everything off from outside of me and going and coming within. So you can sit with your legs crossed, hands inside lap or on knees, eyes closed, and you can start the guided meditation with Headspace or with Calm, or even just with the breath work. So like I said, you're sitting there calm, back straight, shoulders down and away from ears, and you will breathe in and breathe out, and then you will breathe in and then breathe out. And even if you want to start with just kind of taking a couple of breaths before you get into your meditation practice, it helps because it starts to relax your body. It starts to go into parasympathetic instead of sympathetic, which most of the time we are not in, and that is when your body is cool, calm, and collected, okay? We're always in like that, like fight or flight shit. We need to get in just like, you know, just chilling, like a villain, one of those situations. So, breathe in and out through your nose, and then out through your mouth. Well, I should say breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Or you can also breathe in and out through your nose. Make sure you are breathing through both nostrils, because each nostril connects to masculine and feminine energy. So you want to make sure that you're tapping into both, because you need both, and that is duality. Within this world, you have to have duality. Duality makes everything as above, so below, masculine, feminine, light, dark, sun, moon, okay? So make sure you're breathing through both nostrils to gain both of those energies when you are meditating and starting this practice. So we are here, we've been sitting, okay? You can sit here and start for like 3 minutes at first and do that. And like I said, either start with a guided meditation app with Headspace or Calm. Now Headspace gives you the option to either start with 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever. Calm, I'm not sure, but I know it does have kind of like some sort of time frame, but Headspace really gives you those time frames. So then that way you're not going outside of that, and then you're training your body and mind to be able to achieve that goal. If Sitting cross-legged is too much for you based off of your hip flexors. And if you don't really feel that flexible yet, then you can always just sit in a chair like this. You can put your hands on your knees, back straight, shoulders down, and you can do the same breath work and start from there. But make sure your feet and like ankles aren't crossed. Make sure your feet are flat, sitting on the ground like this, because you want to make sure that when you're channeling, like everything is flat from the ground up, so then that way energy is moving. And yeah, you don't want to cross up any energies. You know, you want to have it flowing through. So I really want to say this, and this is like, so the gag is, okay, this is like some real low truth of meditation. The gag is, your mind is going to be racing. Your mind is going to be racing. Don't think when you sit down and you'll be like, and it's just going to be calm. You're about to have every which way, everything saying this, every past, every present, every future, everything just, right? Because you're sitting still. So of course everything is coming to you. I don't want you to think that the people who are meditating and speak about meditation is having a blank mind. No. Now, the gag is, you just sit there like you just like watching traffic roll by. That's the gag. Now, literally, your thoughts, this is what you do. Okay. Okay. Don't attach yourself to these thoughts. The minute one of those thoughts run through your mind, don't hold on to it. You just watch it. You just go like, oh, okay? The minute you hold on and attach yourself to it, you're going to go down a rabbit hole. You're going to be thinking. Now, if that happens, that is okay. That is okay. But I don't want you guys to think that when you're meditating, your mind is blank. And if it's not blank, then you're doing it wrong. And then you can't do it. That is not the case. Okay? So just know what the gag is. Gag is, it's going to be going around and around and around. And you just let it. You just let it. You just be at peace with it. I know. Listen, especially when I have a whole lot on my mind and I sit down and meditate, ooh, it's too much. And I say, Rachel, let's bring it back and just sit and just, okay. You got it, sis. You got it, girl. And that's what I have to tell myself. And that's what I want you guys to tell yourself, so don't get frustrated. And for my fellas, if emotions start to come up that you don't like, just let it flow. I know it may be hard. I know you're probably thinking like, well, if I'm feeling sad or crying, I ain't gonna cry. No, you need to cry. That's tapping into your feminine energy, which you need to sometimes because that's being emotionally intelligent. So you just have to feel it. In order for you to let it go and to move past it, you have to feel it and acknowledge it. The more you push something away, the more it's going to come back, okay? So that's kind of like a runner chaser energy. The more you're trying to do this, that energy, that thought is going to keep coming back. Once you settle into it, acknowledge it and be like, hey, what up? Okay, it's not really my friend, but you here. So what's up? What's good? You see what it is? You take it in. It's like, that doesn't feel good. What am I feeling? Anger. What am I feeling? Sadness. What am I feeling? Loneliness. Okay. Sit in that. You understand why you're feeling that. And you let it go. Guess what won't be back in that next meditation? That thought. Okay, you can let that go. Let that go. Same thing with us women, okay? We sit so much in our masculine energy and we don't want to cry. We don't want to go through this. We don't want to go through that. But we need to just feel it. Feel it. I know I used to have a hard time feeling emotions and a hard time crying or doing this. And I just felt like, ugh, I don't want to do that. But it helps. once you acknowledge it and see it, then you can move through it and past it. And this is what meditation allows you to do. Through meditation, you can do this. Such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful journey. I see y'all. See, after this, y'all about to get into it and be like, ooh, look at me, brand new. Okay, like I said, we leveling up on different ways. We leveling up in a way of like it's a true glow for you, not for this next person. Not that sun energy. Remember, sun energy, that's for the birds. We don't need to do that because you're impressing somebody else. How about you impress yourself? How about you say like, dang, I did that, look at me. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making this, and this is just really, really close to my heart. Really close to my heart. Okay, so let's move into like the little questions and answers, little comment that I said that I was gonna have for you guys. So, question number 1. Can you meditate if you are religious? Yes, you can still meditate while you are religious, because you are not praying to a God. You are just getting to know yourself, and you're working within you. Nothing wrong with that, right? You gotta know you. And like I said in my last video, if you don't love you, then how can somebody else, right? So you gotta start tapping within and getting to know you, which most of us do not know us. I know we think we do, but we don't. But this is a wonderful, wonderful way to tap in, okay? So yes, you can meditate while you are religious, and please do. You will see a wonder of change when you do. Question number 2, is meditation evil or the devil's work? No, it is not. I will say that again. No, it is not. Meditation is to get to your higher self and to you, okay? The devil, if you believe in this concept, is something of your lower self, and it's also of an entity that is trying to portray and project negative influences and energy on you, right? So if we're thinking of that, then that means the devil would not want you to know yourself and get to be comfortable with yourself and have that confidence and energy and know that you can do everything, and to also be able to have that higher connection with divine source or God, right? So it's not devil word, it's not devil worship. It is just you literally elevating yourself to become higher within. Next question. How do you know what meditation works for you? Well, as I said through this video, always connect to your spirit and your soul to figure out what works for you. So I would say first, just try the guided meditations and the different types I kind of talked about within guided meditations and the apps, and see if it resonates with you, and see it's like, okay, this is something I can do. Or I don't think I like this one, let me try that. So either sitting with your legs crossed or sitting in a chair. Try Headspace or try Calm. Try none of them and just work through yourself. Try walking outside. You know, like all of these things you can definitely try, especially right now, because who got time? We do. So you can try it right now and see what really like fits and where you feel like, okay, this I can do. I can for sure do. So those are the few questions and answers I have for you guys. If you have any more questions, please write it down below in the comments. And like I said, I will be more than happy to answer any and every question, because I want us all to make it and like, you know, go through the spiritual journey together. We are a collective. So, you know, we're a little family. We all have to rise to the occasion, okay? We all gonna elevate. Like I said, everybody invited to the cookout. So this the cookout. Everybody come on, come on, come on, come on. We about to really get into it. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this quote. Your goal is not to battle with the mind, but to witness the mind. And that is by Swami Muktananda. So this concludes this episode. I hope you guys liked it. Please, please, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And just remember, trust your intuition and be guided by your spirit, because you always know what's best for you. Until next time, bye guys.